Welcome to another episode of the Bicycle Rider YouTube channel. And today we're talking about a really smart set of gravel rims. And I call them a gravel rim. They're really a 700C rim. You can put them on your road bike if you want. But we're going to be using these primarily for gravel riding. I coined the phrase gravel riding. This is my friend Gary's bike, and it's a very smart bike he bought here. And Gary uses this bike for urban commuting, for fitness, and gravel. So these are actually a set of rims that are going to go on Gary's bike, and he picked these rims for several different reasons. One is just the longevity and stoutness of the Crank Brothers rim is really phenomenal. As you know, a lot of manufacturers don't put the best rims on a stock bike because they pretty much know that you're going to, one of the first upgrades you're going to do is a rim and tire. So no sense in putting $1,000 wheel set on a bike that you're going to change out anyway. And when you do change them out, you will find so much information on aftermarket rims, it's almost overwhelming. And one of the things we do here on the Bicycle Rider is we try to review products that, one, we can afford ourselves. And we believe that cycling is fun and should be for everybody. So as you get into it, you start looking at upgrades. And this is a fantastic upgrade for many different reasons. Crank Brothers has put a lot of quality into this rim and is selling it below what most manufacturers call their baseline. And let's say the baseline on a really nice gravel wheel set's $1,000. These are right around $600, so you're well under the baseline of the $1,000. Right now you can buy these rims for less if you shop around, and you don't have to shop far because you can go straight to the Crank Brothers website and buy them off there on sale. And what you get is a phenomenal product. I've used a lot of different wheels over the years. I'm primarily a bicycle racer, so I'm looking for speed, and I need something over the years that can get me from point A to point B without a problem. And I have had a really good luck with Crank Brothers. And a lot of that has to do with the spoke system that they put on these rims. And this is a part of their twin pair spoke system. And they're made in a triangle configuration here, which is in construction the most sturdy and strongest shape there is the triangle. So this shape is triangles all around, and this rim really is stout. Deflection wise, you're not getting much. When you start putting the power down, you're not getting a whole lot of deflection, if any, hardly any deflection at all off of this rim. But yet it's got a little bit of vertical compliance, and I have noticed that. Let me touch on carbon rims real quick, and then of course, when people want to talk about upgrade, of course carbon is one of the first things that people say, but really pay attention to some of the trends going on right now, and aluminum sheds the vibration of the trail and the road so much better than carbon. I've put carbon rims on some of my race bikes, and they're fast, but sometimes it's not all about speed. It's about comfort, and aluminum seems to shed the vibration so much better than carbon. When you talk about vibrations come from the rim hoop and go up the spokes, and with less spokes you get less vibration. And with the stout spokes that Crank Brothers uses, you have less spokes. That's also less things that can go wrong. Every time you've got a spoke, you've got a potential place where there could be a problem. So less is better unless it's weak. Well, Crank Brothers has fixed the weak part with its design and its sturdiness of this rim. If you look, all the nipples are closer to the middle of the rim rather than on the edge of the rim, and that really helps you get speed out of a corner quick. It helps you pick up speed because the weight is towards the hub and not the external part of the rim here, the hoop. This is one of the biggest advantages, is no spoke holes going through this rim. So for one, if you did have to change a spoke, you don't have to dismount your tire. And if, you know, we're all running tubeless tires nowadays, you know, once you break the bead, it is such a pain trying to get it back together most of the time. But why take that chance when you don't have to? And with the Crank Brothers setup here, there is no spoke holes for the sealant to, you know, leak through, have your rim tape break, have your rim tape crumple, and the sealant comes out. It's happened time and time again, not only to me, but, you know, people on the trail. I see them on the trailhead, and they're trying to fix a tubeless tire, and they're frustrated, and they're ready to throw their bikes in their truck. Well, with Crank Brothers, it's not a problem, because you pretty much eliminate all the hassles of tubeless without having spoke holes. Without having spoke holes, you also have more strength. So you don't have a hole, you know, every few inches on your rim that can possibly crack or something. So, you know, you get really ease of use with this rim. You get speed, you get quality, you get a really nice sounding freewheel. And this freewheel has hardly any friction to it. So, you know, you're not only getting a good rim, good spokes, good freewheel, good value. It's hard to beat the value of a Crank Brother rim. And, you know, let me touch base on weight real quick before we go and do some of the other advantages. And a lot of times people just want the lightest rim possible, a 1,500 gram rim, 1,400 gram rim. You know, I've done it, and I will not make that mistake again on a gravel bike, because you put this style bike through so much more punishment than you do just your standard road bike. And, you know, if you're in a gravel event or a gravel race, the last thing you want is a rim that's going to fail on you because you wanted to save a few grams. I think this wheel set comes in at like $16.50, give or take, and that is very reasonable weight for the sturdiness and the ride you're going to get out of these rims. And, you know, that rim weight's going to be a lot less than your stock rims, but yet you're getting a whole lot of quality, you know, in there. So don't always go for the lightest rim you can, especially if you want to finish the race as a finisher instead of having to call a sag wagon, because you can fix a lot of things on your bike on the fly, but a rim is one of the hardest things. If you can't roll, you can't finish. And Crank Brothers has not only made this easy to fix on the trail, but pretty stout, so you shouldn't have a problem in the first place. One with a tubeless or one with a spoke, and those are the two main parts of a rim that you're going to have problems with in an event. So I'm going to go into some of the other advantages of the Crank Brothers wheel set, but for everyday use, for wanting to enter an event and finish, and for speed. I mean, these rims really check off a lot of the boxes, right? And at a price that is a lot more reasonable than, you know, some of the other competitors that Crank Brothers is going against. And, you know, I don't have to name them all by name, and I'm not talking bad about any of the competitors, but I'm just saying, for a value-packed rim that you can put on your gravel bike, I think, you know, if you look at this rim, you're really going to see the advantages to that. So, in the next video, I'm going to talk about a few more advantages. So stick around for just a little bit, and I'll keep going with the Crank Brothers Zinc wheel set.